Hello and welcome back to Valentin Consulting's YouTube channel guest speaker series. I am so excited to be here. We have a wonderful guest speaker today, and my name is Dr. Daisy Valentin, CEO and President of Valentin Consulting. And I am thrilled to make sure that you all know that this dynamic YouTube channel is where we host our exclusive guest speaker series. But on top of that, we are an accounting and finance firm that we help with accounting, finance, coaching, and payroll for all your needs. So if you have not done that, which is subscribe, like, and subscribe with us so you can continue to see our series, be sure that you do that. But today is so exciting because today we have Miguel Ramos here, and we are so excited to have you as our guest speaker today. Miguel, I want you to tell us who you are, where you're from, and tell me, your journey. How did you get here? How did you have a wonderful opportunity to have a new business? Please tell us. Thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you for the invitation. It's a great to be here, and thank you for for what you do to put faces together with the people so people can see who we are and as a community. Well, how I came to Minnesota. Many people ask me the same question because coming from Puerto Rico, that I am from Puerto Rico to Minnesota with a wonderful weather and it's
I
not too tropical at all. So, but I can hear like many any other immigrants that came to the United States with uh, thinking that to provide to their families something that we don't have when we grew up. Uh, and I can hear because I saw the quality of life of Minnesota. Of course, I came first in summer when I saw Minnesota in summer. With I have a brother living here. He's very smart guy.
uh-huh.
He invite me in summer. He don't invite me in winter.
No, he's not. He's going to invite you in the summer because it's beautiful here in the summer.
Yeah, and I can hear. I say, "Well, it's a little cooler than Puerto Rico, including summer, uh,
Hmm.
but it's a great place." And then I saw the quality of life. I saw the quality of school. And
Hmm.
that's during the conversation, I'm going to let you know why it's so important for me that piece.
Hmm.
And I said, "Oh, this is a great place to raise my family." So I decided to move here, and I thought I speak English. After so many years I living in Minnesota, if you see my English, it's broke English. Can you imagine it? So many years ago, that was crazy, was awful. When you start to see the face of the people that they say, what's this guy talking about? So I find out I don't speak nothing about English. And regardless, I came from Puerto Rico. I was a sales supervisor for Nestle Corporation. I came here, and because I don't speak the language and look different, I need to start from zero here in Minnesota. I start
Hmm.
to cleaning floor in Minnesota, and I know I can do more, but you need to start from some place and start
Hmm.
from there. So, but the I'm very lucky in life, and I keep moving myself and work in different places that I'm going to share later. And on my journey here today, I feel so happy for all those journey for all those challenge that I had, because those challenge bring me opportunities that I take it, and and I feel so happy to live in Minnesota. Minnesota really is my home, but my Puerto Rico is my
It's
country.
our Eli. It's our country. It's our
Yeah,
Eli, right? Like
yes.
you can't take the Puerto Rican out of the Puerto Rican. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, no, you
You know
can't
what I
do
mean?
that.
Like we're in Minnesota. I'm just like you. Like I was born in Philly, raised in Chicago and Florida. So I know what it is. I'm Puerto Rican too. So we know we connected in that space. And the thing is that we both came here to this state for a better opportunity, right? And it's freaking cold. We
Oh
gotta
yeah,
tell people that it is very cold. It's one of the coldest states close to the Canada.
crazy.
And but Puerto Rico is still our country, our
Yeah,
isla. It's in our hearts. It's in the food that we eat. You can't take that away from us. Even though in Minnesota it's really hard for us to find some of our foods, I make some of our foods because we can't find it. So it brings your family together when you actually have to make it from scratch, right? Like
Yes.
that food, how we grew up in Puerto Rico, because I lived in Puerto Rico for about 4 years. So I know what it is to live the life in the isla, on the land, in la montaña, you know,
Wow.
the
Yeah.
trains, do all kinds of stuff. People don't realize.
Keep talking, but we're going to cry here.
So it's amazing where we were, where we come from, and how we keep the roots, and that's where we are grounded from, right? And you were talking about you have other things that you're going to discuss with us, but what is the most significant challenge you've had to overcome other than English, right?
Yeah.
And what mindset helped you through it?
Well, to be honest, my bigger challenge in life was when I had 17 years old and my father died by heart attack.
I'm so sorry.
That challenge that happened when a young age. And I remember when my father, the night before he passed away, and he called me very close and say, I want you to take care about your mother. And at 17 years old, I said to my dad, don't worry, I'll see you tomorrow. He was in the hospital. And he said, no, promise that you are going to take care about your mom. And he said, yes, Dad, you know that will, but don't worry, see you tomorrow. Well, was not tomorrow. And when he passed away, I remember at that time of my age, I don't have mentors, I don't have nobody around me. And I have my other two brothers, they all have their own life. And so everyone started to say to me, now you're the man of the house.
Mhm.
And I said, well, first, the man of what house? We don't have house. We are low income family.
Mhm.
We don't have money for a funeral for my father's funeral, and everyone told me now I am the man of the house. So can you imagine that this guy, 17 years old, that don't have the knowledge I have today?
Mhm.
So at that time, that's why I say always in my life that any bad situation that happened to you bring one opportunity.
Mhm.
And at that time in my life, with no idea, so I know I can't finish my high school because uh, uh, I need to take care of I find a job.
Mhm.
But the school passed me because they know what happened. But at that time in my life, I made a commitment. I say to myself, okay, so what you're going to do is this. First, you're going to help your mom to buy a house.
Mm.
Second, you are going to buy a house to your future wife when you have one. I don't have a girlfriend yet at that time. So I was thinking about my future wife, buy a house. And the most final thing was I want to provide to my future kids the best education ever that I don't have. So, so what I did at that time with no knowledge and no too much information is be sure that I broke the cycle of what happened to me.
Mhm.
And how I'm going to do it, I don't have idea. So and I don't know nobody came to me and told me you can do this first, you can do this second or whatever.
Mhm.
The only thing I know is I need to do it and believe that I can do it. So at the age of 18 years old, I helped my mom to buy a house. At the age of 25, I buy a house to my wife. And then later came the decision about the best education ever to my daughter. And that's why I told you about education.
Mhm.
I come to tell you later. So when I came to Minnesota, I saw the school. I saw that you have a basketball court inside of the building. I
Mhm.
saw that you have computers inside. I never saw a computer in my high school, in my school. And they have a computer for the students. And I saw the quality of life and I say, this is the place. I want to raise my kid. And in this case, I have one daughter, and that's my treasure. That so and she passed so many challenges because she knows speak English too,
Mhm.
But right now she's a lawyer. She is immigration law. She's doing immigration law and had her own office of law. So again, from one challenge, huge one, making impact in my life, came decisions, and I can make other decisions because I grew up in a high risk place where the basketball court that I played basketball was a drug dealing place. What
Mm.
my friends and people that I played basketball, there was drug dealers and drug users. But I now made the decision to go to the what they call an easy way
Mhm.
because I promised my father that I'm going to be good and take care about in the right way. So that was my bigger challenge in my life that also bring me opportunities and bring me who I am today.
And that's amazing that you say that because many of our youth today do not see the challenges that we had to face, right? Whether we're immigrants, where we're from Puerto Rico, whatever area we're from, we grow up with these challenges, right? And we've had to grow up, like just grow up in general. Like, listen to you, it was 17, right? I know what it is because at 17, I had my first child. So I had to grow up. I hadn't even finished um, high school, or anything like that. So when I hear you, and see how much you had to learn how to grow up, how to make those decisions to overcome poverty, overcome, influences like you mentioned, people in the drug community, right? And then coming to Minnesota and seeing the opportunities that different states offer, and not just go to just any state. Like, we could be in any state, but
Yeah.
Minnesota has a lot to offer. It may be cold, but Minnesota has a lot to offer for families, for education, for, individuals. And like yourself, I seen that you are the mentor that nobody else had. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't have, but you are, is what I mean. You became that mentor that you didn't have. Is that
Yeah.
true? Like, you
Well,
you because you didn't have that growing up, you became that for your daughter, for your family?
and also that's why I like to mentor people and helping people because I strongly believe that the best way that you can be successful is
Mhm.
helping other people to be successful first. I
Mhm.
strongly believe in that because I'm grateful for the people that came from the community and give resources for the funeral of my father.
Mhm.
So I strongly believe and I use that the best I can, to support other people in the way that with advice, with mentorship, because I maybe when would be great if at that time I had someone that tell me, you can do both. You can go to work and you can still in the school.
Mhm.
But the only thing in my mind was, well, I had this in front of me. I need to attack this, with passion, dedication, and trust and belief. But always was thinking, and always my life is about thinking how I can do better, how I
Mhm.
can move to the next level. And in everything I do, it's about how I can be better, how I can move to the next level regardless of my limitation, because we all have limitations. I have
Mhm.
many limitations when in the past, in the present, and still in the future.
Mhm.
But I am my own mentor, my own inspiration. But also I find mentorship in others. You can learn
Definitely.
from many other people too.
Awesome. That is
And
correct. That is
yeah,
correct. You can learn from so much. We can learn from the youth. We can learn from people that come before us. We can learn from ourselves. And, one of the things I want to ask you is, how can we encourage others in our community or workplace to believe in their ability to overcome their limitations?
Well, first, you need, I can say many things here, but if you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in what you can do, doesn't matter what I say. You need to personally take the time to understand that you was born to be success. Was born to fail. That you when you born, you don't know nothing. You don't know how to walk. You don't know how to speak. You can sustain yourself. You when you was born, someone take care about you, someone support you. That's why asking for help is nothing wrong. When you have some limitations, you can ask for help. For example, the success or whatever I accomplish in my life is not because I'm genius or because I'm so smart. It's because I understand what my limitations are. But I believe in me. I believe in myself because I saw where I was and I saw where I am today. Many of our brothers and sisters that came from other countries, they need to value the effort that they did to be here in this country in comparison about where they was and the situation that maybe they have. So but you need to believe in that. And then
Mm-hmm.
when you understand that piece, ask for help. I One time I was in one event, one meeting, and the director of Pioneer Press, the publisher of Pioneer Press,
Mm-hmm.
came here and to me and say, "Do you want to be a guest writer for Pioneer Press?" And I don't have any doubt to respond. My response was quick and specific. I would love to.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have something to say about community or everything, you can write it, send to us, and we verify it makes sense, so we publish that.
Mm-hmm.
And when the guy left, I said to myself, "Yeah, and how are you going to do it? You don't know how to write English. I don't know how to write English, a good English at all. But what I said to myself is this: when some opportunity like that came to you, you're not going to say no. You're going to figure it out how you're going to do it, but you're going to do it." So what I did was I find someone that write better English than I, and I said to that person, "Can you help me to fix this grammar? Don't change what this mean, but fix the grammar." And
Mm-hmm.
we did that. And I published it. I put some different kind of articles in the newspaper, regardless my limitation.
And
And
that's amazing.
and,
That's
and that's
amazing.
that's why I say that everyone can do it. If you see beyond what you see in front of you.
And that's amazing because sometimes we have imposter syndrome, right? I don't know if you know what that means, but it means that we feel that can't do it because we don't know something. But you overcame that limitation by saying, yes, definitely, I can do this. And then you found ways to help you get it done. And that's amazing. That's to show many of our viewers and many of in the community that just because you don't know the language doesn't mean you shouldn't have that opportunity, right? Or you shouldn't know what you don't know, because there is so many resources now that we didn't have before that are available to us. I mean, now you can, when you did this, I don't know how long that ago was that, but now you can just go to an AI service and write it in there and it fixes the grammar for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
And
mean, right on your
yes,
phone.
you see a wonderful writing, and you say, "Wow, this guy! Wow, what kind of message?" And
Yeah.
was intelligent artificial intelligence, things.
Helping you know your voice. But the good thing is, it knows your voice, it knows what you're trying to say, and you bring it to that perspective. So those are really good points. And then the other thing that I wanted to ask you is, like, what role does attitude play in transforming the challenges into opportunities for growth? Because I know you mentioned that you couldn't finish school, you went straight to work, and that's the mentality that most us Latinos, or people of color, just in general, think. when something like that happens, when we have a situation in our life and we have to step up to do things, not knowing that we don't even know that we could do both, and now we know and we can encourage others to do it. But what is that attitude like? How do we take that role and transform those challenges into growth
First,
opportunities?
yeah, first we need to understand this challenge. We always are going to have challenge. In one way, another way, we're going to have challenge. What we do with the challenge is the difference. And
Mhm.
what I recommend to people is first, you need to believe in yourself. For more that we can give you opportunities, or someone gives you some opportunities, for more mentorship that you can receive. If you not believe in yourself, it's not going nowhere. So first start with your mental health, your uh, spiritual health.
Mhm.
Be sure you are good inside of yourself. The power of people coming from inside. The power is not coming from nothing from outside.
Mhm.
You need to be okay. You need to be positive, and you need to have the right attitude. The other thing will come by themselves, because when you confront anything with a good attitude, with strong spirit and strong thinking, so you're going to find a solution, because you can have a clear big picture of
Yep.
the things. You're going to see something that others can see it. And that's the thing I want to invite people, that when you have a problem, don't concentrate what you see in front of you. Go beyond of that problem. It's like when you put this hand in your face and ask you what you see. Well, many people are going to say, well, I see fingers, I
Mhm.
see a hand, but not too many people. I see, I see a person in front of the hand. I see
Mhm.
a picture in the
Or
frame.
see
in-
through
Yeah,
your hand,
because
through
yeah,
others.
because
Mhm.
you're looking beyond of the hand, and that's is the thing that I encourage people to go beyond of what you see in the challenge. And don't feel that you have a miserable life, because life is so beautiful.
Mhm.
Yes, we have challenge and we have pain, and we have some days that we have some high and some down. Hey, I'm being there. I'm being, and they. I remember the time when my daughter came to my home when she was in elementary school, that what she started, and because the challenge that she not speak English, they keep bullying her,
Mhm.
and no one to play with her, and she came home crying and crying and crying and crying, and I was concerned that something wrong happened. I asked, please tell me what happened, daughter. And my daughter told me that the kid don't want to play with me, and they hate me, and I hate the school. And I said, but why? Because I don't speak English. I can talk with them. They not can talk with me. And she crying and crying. And I said, daughter, I understand what happened to you, because
Mhm.
because the same thing happened to me. And she said, what that? The kid don't want to play with you either. And I said, the big ones.
The
The
big
big
ones.
ones. They don't have time to try to understand what I have here.
Mhm.
I have here in my heart. But you
Mhm.
know what, daughter, that's fine, because we can control what we can control. Let's do this. Let's cry together, because I cry too. And
Mhm.
let's cry together. But when we finish to cry, we are going to make a commitment that we are going to work very hard to demonstrate that we are going to be more successful than some people that was born in this country.
That's right.
And I said to her daughter, as she was like 5, 6 years old, and I said, daughter, is a deal? And she said, yes, that is a deal. I never need to push her to do assignment.
And
She
look where she is at today. Look
and
where she's at today. It's a
and now
blessing.
now to see what she accomplished. So yes, it's a time to cry. Yes, you should cry. You're human. You have feelings.
Mhm.
But you have, sometimes you have frustration. But when you finish to cry, it's a time to actions.
Exactly. Those challenges bring opportunities.
Of
Many
course.
times I see many people stuck saying, I can't do this, I can't do that, or this happened, but they don't see that challenge or that issue or those or different things that come up end up being in great opportunities. We learn from our failures. We don't just the failures don't come just because we want them. The failures come for us to learn from them, for learn from our challenges. It helps us grow. It helps us to see where our limitations at, like we've been discussing, and things like that. So you were talking about that you were going to tell us just a little bit more about. We got a few more minutes, and I want to hear just for 2 more minutes, like what other areas have you worked in? You got you were published author, so you published an article. You have your own business now. So I want you to tell us what else have you done that you overcame all these limitations. That's been so amazing because I've known you for a long time, and so much has going on, and I'm like, he is such an amazing leader. And then I was like, whoa, I'm so excited to have you here. So tell us give us a taste. If people want more, we'll have to come back and bring more, but we just want a little taste.
Yeah. Well, very quick, I'm very lucky to have different things from cleaning floor that I'm proud of that.
Hmm.
I feel ashamed. No, I'm proud of that.
Hmm.
To be executive director of Latino agency, to have my own business in the past too as a consulting, helping Latinos to open business, working with nonprofit organizations, economic development organizations, and you name it, be board of the Science Museum, Minnesota, be board of United Way or St. Paul, all the kind of stuff. And also my last job was for 14 years as a senior director of diversity, equity, and inclusion for the Minnesota Twins, a professional baseball team. Um, so now what I decide in my life is time pass, more a kid, more a younger kid. So how I want to invest my time at this because it's the most valuable thing I have. So I decided to start again doing a consulting more, working with organizations, individuals to maximize their potential. Is more about connecting people with opportunities, and that's the thing that I love more and I love a lot. Is connecting, look for possibility where maybe other people can see.
That is amazing because we know that as we start looking at our careers, for the future, we've done many things, many challenges, and you have done that too. So now you've brought in Alliance Group, right? And I've seen so many different things that you're doing with this organization. You came from so many great organizations, you're board to many organizations. And I love how you just encourage and support the community. As a leader in the community, with our last minute left here, what can you say to community leaders that, that are looking for opportunities that either you can mentor them or how can they help you do the same? Like, what would you like to say about that, or give them
Well,
a statement?
first you can I give you my email so they can email me. Uh, but also, I want to be sure they understand this. Never forget where you're from. Never forget where you're from. And never forget who helped you to be the person that you are today as a, we call it, leader. And the last thing I will say is do your best to help other people to be success. I guarantee to you that you're going to be success. if you help other people to be successful first. We as a community, we need to unite it more. As a community, we need to understand that we are not going to be successful if we are divided. And this is not about who have papers or no papers, documents or no documents. We
Absolutely.
all are in the same boat. Maybe we can in different shift, but we are in the same boat, like Dr. King said.
Hmm.
So, and that's my bigger advice. And you can email me at Miguel Ramos at mralliancegroup.com.
Thank you so much, Miguel, for being here. And again, we have posted that information of Miguel's in our comments here at YouTube. If you're interested in learning more or speaking to Miguel, please reach out to him. One of the key things that I found in this conversation is the journey requires a balance of resilience, innovation, and the willingness to push beyond what we thought was possible. So we want to thank you all for being here on our YouTube channel guest speaker series. I'm Dr. Daisy Valentin with Valentin Consulting, and this is our guest speaker series. If you want to learn more about our guest speaker series or you're interested in being a guest speaker in our channel, please like and subscribe so you can get notifications. Every Monday, we are here at 3:30 p.m. live with different guest speakers. And thank you again, Miguel, for being here.
Sure, thank you.